I think why this whole conversation about being feminine is difficult for me is because most of the people who talk about being feminine say things like, "Oh, lower your voice, speak with a certain pitch, and wave like this, flip your hair, don't be too confident, don't what's all that other nonsense they always say, don't talk about your successes, cry every chance you get, be dependent on men, don't be too independent, and every time I watch one of those videos about how to be more feminine, somebody is basically telling me to disappear, and I find it all very just uncomfortable because I don't need to become useless to society, in order to be more feminine. And it also just plays into a lot of stereotypes that women have dealt with, that we somehow need to be invisible, like only speak when you're spoken to, don't be too loud, don't want too much, don't be too much. And that doesn't work for me because that's exactly the kind of life I'm trying to run away from. So do you see my dilemma here? It's like a middle ground that I need to find because I want to be more feminine. And for me, being more feminine means being playful, wearing colorful dresses, just being alive and just pampering myself, taking care of myself, taking care of my hair, dressing in a way that shows this person actually cares about herself, instead of just grabbing the first pair of jeans and sneakers I see. So for me, that's what being feminine means, right? And another issue I have with people who give advice on being more feminine is that they make it all about attracting a man. Now, I know for a fact that if you base your personal development on another human being, it's going to fail woefully, or you're going to be miserable because at the end of the day, you don't know if you really wanted to change or you just did it because somebody asked you to. And obviously, I know that in a relationship, you need to make compromises, you need to be more accommodating of each other. But I'm not going to base my entire life, I'm not going to optimize my life just so that I can make another human being comfortable. It doesn't work that way because I've done it before. I'm now trying to decide for myself what being more feminine means because I will not lower my confidence. I will not make light of every success I've achieved in the name of being feminine. There's so many different ways to be a woman in this world, and people make it look like there's only one way. If you don't speak, like a don't let me call anybody's name, but if you don't speak in a certain way with a certain tone, you are too much. Or if you're confident, or if you walk into a room and everybody pays attention, that's something that's left for, like, confidence is only meant for men. So I mean, I'm not buying that. So but my own idea of being feminine is just being more playful, being more flirty, for lack of a better description. Not flirting with men, but just going around life just with this ease and care and just soft. What they call the soft life. None of this stress, none of this strong black woman nonsense, none of this I can save the world, I'm a superhuman. I want to approach the world with more vulnerability, with more openness, with more curiosity. I was watching, Nigerian weddings with my cousin a few days ago, and she said I just made the experience miserable for her because I was being logical. I was just saying, you guys can afford this. You shouldn't be spending all this money. And as much as that is true, because a lot of people who have weddings they can't afford, but like I also want to just sit back and relax and be like the girl that says, "Oh, they're such a cute couple." You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a way a woman will react to such things. She's first of all sweet about them. I'm not instantly just trying to analyze things. Men are the ones who are very analytical and constantly trying to find solutions to every problem. I don't know. I'm not sure that I can successfully do this video without coming off sexist. So if you're triggered, I apologize in advance. I'm talking about my own personal journey. It doesn't have to apply for you. I just don't want to show up in those ways, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be a girl who just can chill, not attacking everything from a point of being, logical. So anyways, since I'm not going to take the advice to lower my voice or disappear into nothingness because in the name of being more feminine, I'm just, going to talk about some things that I want to do to be more feminine. So one of the first things, and this is something that I've been studying on recently, is tapping into my inner child. And this was a very fascinating study for me because apparently there's something called the shadow child and the sun child. And all of us, no matter how fantastic your parents were, at some point you were injured. You know, your inner child was injured. You were told something was wrong, and somehow, like, there's a part of you who's going around just being triggered about things that you couldn't correct when you were a child. Basically, that's the layman's way of putting it. And for me, I find that my inner child was probably stifled because, well, I mean, I've had to look out for myself since I was about 9 years old, because my parents sent me to military school because they wanted to toughen me up. Isn't it weird now? They toughen me up, now I have to soften myself up. Anyways, so yeah, so for me, I mean, my trauma response is being overly independent, and I've seen this play out in my life a lot. I take decisions on my own and I move. And I remember one time I was moving to another state, and my friends were like, "Oh, aren't you even gonna miss us?" And I was like, I'm the kind of person who just moves around. Like, it's not like I'm not accountable to anybody else. I just feel like I'm by myself, so I have to look out for myself, and it's because I have had to look out for myself. Being in a military school, even as a grown individual, is tough. And also, because somebody who was 9 years old, I was far from home, far from my parents. I've had to deal with abandonment issues and all of that. So basically, my inner child needs a lot of healing. And the beautiful thing about the inner child is that, when you tap into your inner child and you heal your inner child to a certain extent, because to be honest, healing is a continuous journey, you're able to laugh more, you're able to be more creative, you're able to relax more, you don't take things so personal. So first thing I'm doing, to be more feminine, because again, being more feminine for me is just basically getting into alignment, being my real self. Do you understand? That's what I'm trying to say. And for me to do that, I have to fix or heal whatever it is that happened to me that made me realize that I can't show up. It's not safe for me to be a woman. So I need to show myself and my inner child that it's safe for me to be a woman again. So I'm reading books on that. I'm working on that. Planning to go to therapy when I can afford it. To heal my inner child. And the second thing I'm going to do is, start taking care of my skin and my hair. For the longest time, and this is also because there's a way society, when I was, much younger anyway, I'm not sure if that's still a thing, there's a way that you're expected to show up as a serious individual when you're a woman. There was this, mindset that serious women don't, wear the longest hair or have their nails done. They just wear power suits, have a nice bob like what I have now, and they don't really, spend too much time primping and fussing over their looks. And, I kind of just internalized that. And for the longest time, I didn't do anything with my skin or my hair. I didn't really care, to be honest. I just obviously didn't go around looking like a miscreant, but I was just very bare minimum. I wasn't doing any skincare or routine or hair care, nothing. And so one thing I realized, and this is just from, I made that decision this year to be more deliberate about taking care of my skin and my hair. And obviously, there's years of damage to undo, and all of that. So, but it's made me feel better just from the little I'm doing now. I haven't even gone like 100%. I'm just being more deliberate now about caring for my skin and caring for my hair. Eating my salad, learning about AHAs and BHAs, and wearing my sunscreen, and all of that. And I think there's just something about taking care of your skin and your hair that lets the world know that you care about yourself. That this is somebody who's taking care of herself, who's able to take care of herself. And I think that's another thing. And I love how it makes me feel. It's like I'm paying attention to myself and I'm meeting my own needs. So one thing for sure that I'm gonna do, in my pursuits or in my chase or in my journey of being more feminine, is to take better care of my skin and my hair. The next thing I'm going to do is actually invest in my looks, because again, like I said, there was this idea that if you're a serious-minded woman, there's some things you don't do, there's some clothes you don't wear, and maybe maybe that was just in my head, because, and also, I mean, the fact that I studied law as well, so I ended up just wearing black clothes and black shoes because they were supposed to be sensible. So I actually want to invest in my looks, which means invest in a wardrobe that is kind of airy and light and just fun. Wear some nice dresses that don't go down to my ankles. Show some skin. Don't call my mother yet. I'm not saying I'm going to be risque. Maybe I will be. I mean, come on. I'm a 30-something-year-old woman, please. I'm old enough to wear what I want. But anyway, just show some skin. You know, just there's always somebody dresses that you know that this person's enjoying her life. You know, I just want to look like that. So I would definitely want to, you know, fix my wardrobe, invest in my looks. Another thing I'm going to be doing is dancing. I wanted to dance since I was a child, you know, from how the story goes. But apparently, I wanted to do it as a real career, and you know, I got spanked for it because it just didn't sound like a serious thing to do, and I was very serious about it. So I'm not sure if that's what happened that scared me, you know, from dancing, or maybe feel like dancers were unserious. But you know, as I grew older, I just assumed that yeah, dance, you know, there's people who dance are just, I don't know what they're doing. But you know, it's so weird how you can tell yourself you don't want something because society tells you shouldn't want it, but you secretly want it, so you're just miserable and frustrated. Anyways, so but every time, just like I said about the person I should be, every time I see her, she's always dancing, she's always happy, she's always, you know, excited. She's the kind of person people want to be around. And I definitely need to get dance classes. I've tried to dance on YouTube. You know how everybody on YouTube, not me included, just makes everything look easy. Like, just, you know, if you want to learn how to dance, just do these 2 steps. And before you know it, you're a professional dancer. It doesn't really work that way. Same with makeup. Anyway, so I'm going to actually pay for dance classes and, you know, learn how to dance. Not because I want to become a video vixen or anything. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But because I feel like when I dance, I come alive. I remember one time I went out with a couple of colleagues, and a song I loved came on, and I just danced like nobody was watching. I didn't know somebody was watching. And the guy actually, you know, I dated him. It was an unfortunate incident, but the point is, he said that he fell for me the minute he saw me dancing. And I'm not saying dance because of men. I'm saying that there was something about me that came alive, and I just became this, you know, this luminous person, you know. And when you're actually being your true self, there's something about you just attracts your people. He wasn't my people, but you get the point. And the final thing that I want to do to become more feminine is to travel for fun. Like, I haven't really traveled for fun a lot. I mean, I've traveled ish. It was supposed to be fun, but I turned it into a business trip because, well, I'm an Ijebu girl and I'm a Nigeria girl, and we always have to make money, right? And you're thinking, oh my god, I spent all this money on the ticket, I have to find it back. So I mean, really just travel for fun, not because I want to buy and sell anything, just to relax. You know, I find that there's something about traveling to relax, and I see this in a lot of travel vloggers. You know, is that there's just a way it opens you up. You just become more fun, more playful, more relaxed, just more chill about life in general. And there's just a way traveling, even with the little I've done, there's a way traveling just opens up your world. It just, you know, you meet new people, you're just a more open person. So I definitely want to travel more for fun. Obviously, I'm trusting, you know, God to provide for that, because obviously traveling is an investment. But to be honest, when you prioritize something, I think the reason why I haven't done any of these things and why I think something is too expensive is because I haven't prioritized them. But now that I'm making them a priority, I promise you guys, I'm going to come and let you know that, yay, I'm going to Punta Cana or Milan or Seychelles or Paris or where all those places people go. You can tell by now that I love the beach. Hawaii. Oh my God, Hawaii. So anyway, that's it for me. So I think for me, becoming more feminine basically means having more fun and being more playful and just living the soft life. Like wearing yellow clothes instead of black, like having nice hair, laid hair, like having nice makeup. Because I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of weird with makeup. My eyebrow game needs a lot of work because I kind of suck. I don't kind of suck. I suck at doing eyebrows because I didn't really care about eyebrows. So, you know, I'm the kind of girl who just has foundation and loose powder and lipstick, and that's it. And speaking to all of you who are like me, it's probably time for you to toss out that old makeup, so go ahead and do it. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If I made any sexist comments, which I probably did, but you know, people need to relax. I'm talking about myself and what I want to do in my own life. It's not about you. I don't know, we're such an angry people now, always looking for how to cancel somebody. Obviously they're very valid concerns, and you shouldn't be overly sexist, and you shouldn't try to box people in. So, I'm not trying to support sexism, and I'm not trying to support stereotypes, because I've had to deal with them myself and they suck. I'm just saying that sometimes give people grace. Not every time cancel, not every time trigger, not every time just trying to type a nasty comment. Where is the love? Let's show some love to each other. Okay. Thank you for hanging with me today. If you are, on this journey yourself to becoming more feminine, and you have some tips that don't involve me lowering my voice, please leave a comment. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, like this video, share it with your friends. And yeah, thank you. I'm glad that you watched this video, and if you watched it to the end, wow, you're a superstar. Thank you so much. Have a good one. See you next time. Bye.